What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today we are doing an in-depth review with a wear test of the Lady Gaga Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. It is quite a mouthful. I have had my eye on this since it came out. It's supposed to be pretty good for dry skin, which I have. So we're really putting this to the test today because I ran out of my skincare, like my normal skincare, about 2 weeks ago that I use for like moisturizers and stuff. So my skin has been a little bit more on the drier side. I'm so excited. I got this during the Sephora sale. It took forever to get to me. I also decided to buy Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette that I'm wearing on my eyes. So if you would like a overview of this palette and a tutorial on this eye look, be sure to subscribe because it will be coming out eventually. All I have on my skin at the start of this video is that moisturizer. I like to have it settle in a little bit before I start going in with my base makeup. And I like doing my eye makeup first because if there's fallout, then I don't have to worry about trying to get it off my foundation. So I do my eyes first and then I go in with my skin. This is a historic moment in time because I just saw the tweet about how Ticketmaster is canceling the sale of Taylor Swift tickets. And if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, you're not going to care, but this is what's happening in real time, and I'm trying not to cry because I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm sure there's like a plan or something, or they sold out during pre-sale, but as someone that was supposed to get a pre-sale code and was waitlisted, I'm big mad right now about this, so I'm gonna try to keep myself in check. Let's see how this foundation works. Oh god, I don't want this to like squirt out everywhere. I hate applying it on the back of my hand. Alright, so that was like 2 pumps about, almost. Hopefully it's not too much. I feel like I need to squeeze my sponge one last time. Okay. It could be a little bit dark for me, but all the lighter shades were literally sold out online and in store. While we're applying this foundation, let's learn about it. So this retails for $45. The foundation is 1 fluid ounce, which is a standard amount of foundation to get, and there are 50 shades, which is great. The shade that I chose is 100 Light Neutral with very light neutral soft peach undertones. I tend to do well with neutral shades in peach undertones, but because, as we can see, this is too dark for me, I'm gonna have to get a lighter shade. So the shade that I think I would end up exchanging this for, there is a Fair Neutral, and it's fair with neutral peach undertone. So I would probably go and exchange it for that. That's in the shade 70, and I got the shade 100 because I think that was sold out at the time of purchasing. So I just went with light neutral, kind of guessing it might be a shade too dark for me. But let's go ahead and talk about the advantages of this foundation. It's described as a medium coverage, weightless, clean foundation with fermented arsenic, said that wrong probably, that helps reduce redness, no Chinese, and protects from environmental stress. How does foundation like really do that though? She's too dark. Hopefully, if I end up liking how this wears, I can just exchange it for a lighter shade, but 2 pumps, that was way too much. But it's nice that you literally just need the smallest drop of this and you get so much coverage from it. Like it spreadability is more the word I was looking for. So less is definitely more. It's actually looking nice on my nose. Most of the time foundation breaks up on my nose and doesn't look nice. This looks super, super nice on the skin. It did kind of look like it was bunching up like on my chin line there though. I just think I used too much, so I think that's why it's starting to bunch up, because I put the most here and kind of worked my way around. So I definitely use too much of it, but it looks really, really nice. Like like my dry patches on my forehead, like you can't really see. It does have like a nice dew to the skin. I am kind of worried about when I set with powder. I always set my face with powder. So I'm just gonna apply the rest of the makeup like I normally would. And I'll be back to check in. It's 2:18 and I'm like literally trying to clear my page because my phone just blew up about the Taylor tickets. It's 2:18, so I'll check back in once I have the rest of my makeup on. All right, I am back with the rest of my makeup on. I was going to put a little bit more effort into my hair. I really wanted to do a black lip today, but then I was just so raged about the Taylor ticket situation. So if you're somebody that got screwed over by Ticketmaster for this Taylor Swift concert, give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, so I'm just over it. I'm PMSing and I'm an Aries, so I needed to like go rage. But it's 5:06 now, so it's been 2.5 hours since we last put the foundation on. As you can see, it just needs to be, I think, a lighter shade. Well, it almost looks like it matches my neck here. It just needs to be like a lighter shade. But I like it enough that I want to try to get the lighter shade. So I'm going to zoom in so we can see what this looks like. So this has been sitting on my face for about 2.5 hours. You know, it's had some time to like marinate in with the powder that I used. So let's see how it's looking. So here is my skin, and this is what I like about the foundation, is that it still looks like skin because you can still see some of like my freckles poking through, so it's not like a complete like mask of foundation, because that's good for certain moments, but for every day, like I've just been into like a more natural looking foundation that still looks like skin. I think that my skin looks nice. I don't think that my pores look horrible. It looks really good on my nose. Normally, that's my problem area. My forehead is normally a problem area too, but it's actually looking really good, especially for how dry my skin has been. So I used cream bronzer, and then I set my face with powder, and then I used a powder blush, a powder bronzer, and a highlight on my cheekbones and nose. So it is pretty dewy looking, but again, I have like studio lights like reflecting on my face, but in real life, like I don't look super shiny or anything, so I'm really interested to see how this holds up at the end of the day. In the mirror, it looks nice. It looks like a little dry on my under eye, but that's just where I have my NARS Radiant Concealer, and I set a little bit too much powder perhaps. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. But looking in the mirror, I don't see any dry patches. Like I said, my nose looks so good. My nose is normally what looks patchy and horrible. The only thing I will say is that it looks like it's kind of looking a little funky like around my nose fold. But again, on this side, this is where I put way too much foundation. So again, like a little goes a long way. It's just kind of like noticeable in the crease of my nose, and that's probably just from applying too much product in that area. So far so good for this check-in. Hi y'all. Somehow it is 1:30 in the morning. So I've had this foundation on for 11 hours. I think down to the exact minute, 2:18, right? Like 2:18 is when I started the timer on this. So almost 12 hours of wear. I feel like that's pretty realistic, especially if you're somebody that likes to wear makeup to work. Is probably, I feel like a lot of people are working 10-hour shifts now to have a longer weekend, or like maybe by the time you get ready, you drive to work and then you drive home, it's around 10 hours. So I'm personally someone that doesn't like wearing makeup in the workspace, but if you are, I feel like this is a pretty, like this held up really well. Obviously my nose is pretty red, and that's because I forgot I was wearing makeup, so I was just like sitting here like scratching because I'm breaking out on my nose. So yeah, I'm actually, ooh, I also had a fleck of dried food on my face. That's really nice. I had soup for dinner. So I was like, this is a true test. Like, did it rub off anywhere? And not really. And like, I was also sitting like this a lot, and it didn't really rub off on my chin as much as I expected it to. Kind of see, like, it's just wild how having the window open during the daytime makes a difference in lighting. So here is my skin. The coverage is still there. Especially like as somebody that like I touch my face a lot throughout the day, and it didn't really transfer a whole lot. Like obviously I was like really rubbing at my nose. I don't know why, like my nose always gets itchy when I wear foundation. And I just noticed that when I posted in my Instagram stories, because I posted a longer story, I like rub my nose a lot. So it took a lot of work for that to come off, but I feel like my chin looks pretty good. And I'm shiny here because this is where I had the highlighter, but like even here it's a little bit shiny. And my forehead definitely looks shiny, but when I went to look in a bathroom mirror that's not studio lighting, that has everything reflecting from every angle, it didn't look that shiny at all. So setting with the powder was fine, or fine on my skin. I'm really pleased with this. So I am going to be exchanging it for a lighter shade that works for me. Hello, it is future Meg interjecting into this video with her very bad bang. I'm wearing the foundation for a second time today because I really want to make sure that I like the formulation before I repurchase it. Today I did blend down my neck, so it does look like it matches. So here is what it looks like. Lift up the curtain. It's looking a little dry on my forehead right now because I use powder. Because I did notice that I did get like shiny throughout the day, but in like an hour or so, once it meshes more with the temperature of like my skin, it won't look dry, and I have bangs so you can't really see anyways, and it doesn't look dry anywhere else on my face. It looks really, really nice. I did use less when applying. So this time I used a lot less product, so it looks a lot better on my skin. I did use a lot less product when applying today. Like I just used like the tiniest little dots, and it spread so beautifully. I really do think I'm going to be repurchasing this in my correct shade. So I just wanted to give a little update of a second wear test, and that's that. I am checking in with an update. After wearing the foundation that was in the wrong color for me, I wore it 3 times just to make sure I really did like it. So I was able to exchange it. This is in the shade 70. So again, it's neutral. And I just applied to this part of my face when I was like, oh wait, I should probably show you on camera. So here is the new color. You can see it is the perfect skin match, and you can just see that nice glimmer, how it's like your skin but like a step up, like your skin still shines through. Like you can see on this side like the shine that I have from my moisturizer, and a little bit of shine from the primer that I use as well. But the shade that I tested out in the beginning of the video was 100 Light Neutral with neutral soft peach undertones, and I ended up exchanging for the next shade down. So 70 is described as fair with neutral peach undertones. So neutral peach undertones is a key for me, and it's freaking flawless. I am so excited. I'll show you when it's all done. Before I go and release my bangs and do my hair, I just wanted to show you what the foundation looks like now that my makeup is complete. So I feel like when you're wearing your actual shade, it's a lot easier to see like more like the imperfections, like what your skin actually looks like. So I feel like with the shade darker, it kind of covers a little bit more. So you can still see your skin through this foundation. That I really like it. Like you can still see your skin through it, but your foundation still looks really flawless. The only thing I could say is that it's looking a little bit dry right here on my forehead, but that's because I have really dry skin, like I said at the beginning of the video, and also I put powder on to set it, and I use setting spray. And normally like an hour after I've had my makeup on and it kind of like warms up to the temperature of my face, the dry look goes away. It doesn't even look that bad. Like, I feel like if I was wearing my 2 double wear foundations that I normally wear, you would be able to see the dry patches more, which for me is not an issue right now because I do have bangs, but I don't know the last time I was so excited about a foundation. This is flawless. I love this, and it's gonna last you such a long time too, because a little goes a long way. Like, 1 pump is probably too much for my entire face. I probably use close to a full pump, and I barely have to use any where a lot of my redness is right here, and it covers it up. And if I do need a little bit more, I can just, like, you know, barely pump on the pump, and just like a little bit will come out, and it's like enough to cover the redness, but it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like it doesn't look too makeup-y. It looks more natural. You're wearing makeup, you're not looking natural. That's my hot take. But I really do love this foundation. It is so pretty. It wears really well. This is gonna be my 4th time wearing it, and now that it's in my actual shade, I love it so much more. So I highly recommend it. I do think like $45, I understand that that's like the average price. I think $40, I don't know why that $5 is bothering me so much. I feel like $40. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you would like to see more makeup content from me, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what else you would like to see from me on my channel. Thank you for being here. If you're not seeing my videos on your home screen, be sure to hit the notification bell so you're notified when my new videos go up. Check out the description bar for where else you can find me. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.